Hi there, Angela here at Sew Bright Alpine Quilting. Thanks for joining us today. Say hello as you pop in. If you've got any questions or comments, pop them down in the comments and we will get back to you as soon as we can. Or if Steve can see you as you come in, he'll let me know that you're here. As I said, thanks for joining us. We're going to talk about some Christmas projects today. I'm super excited to be working on some Christmas things this week, including some advent calendars. So I thought I'd just show you how we go about piecing some of the advent calendars. The first one is called Scandi. This is a Maykow one, quite a traditional one. So that's the advent calendar section at the top, as you can see. And then at the bottom of the panel, it has all of the pockets that you cut off and piece on. So this one is a little bit more work than the other two that I'll show you, but I do quite like this one. I like the red and white and gold colours of this one. So I'll just pop that one aside there. So what you've got to do is cut all the pockets up. And so when I did it, I used my rotary cutter with a pinking blade. You can have a look there, Steve, you'll see the pinked edges. And then you just iron them over and top stitch. So we've top stitched all of those little top edges of the pocket. If you want, you can sew another fabric on the back to give it a little bit more life and make it a little bit thicker. But as it's only really used for a month, once a year, doing it this way is just fine as well. So if you haven't got a rotary cutter with a pinking blade, you can also use pinking shears, and they will give you the same effect. So as I said, turn the edges over because the pockets are printed with the red and the white background. So just on the white edge of the white background, and then we're going to pin them on upside down. So I've got a couple more at the top here. And you find the matching numbers. So this is one that we haven't done yet. So we line it up just above the line and then pin it on like so. And the other thing I do is I usually glue the edges over, so that little seam allowance at the start and the end, just so that when you're sewing them on, you're not having to worry about those. So I just use the sew line pen and pop a little dab of glue and then just press that down, just so put those edges together. So number 17 is here. So we're lining it up, just bringing it just inside that red line of the pocket on the background.
Nancy Cook says hello.
Hello. And then the last one is number 19. And last pin. And you can also see that I have layered it with some pellin, and I've put some quilter's muslin on the back that sort of resembles the calico look, but you can use whatever colour you like. And so then I've gone to the sewing machine and stitched them down along the edges here, and then we're going to flick them up after they're all done. Now I haven't quite decided whether I'm going to, when I stitch through the little background bit here, because if I do that, then I'm going to have to do it across the bottom here, and then it's not going to match. But I will also come back and do some quilting through this line here.
Hi Glennis.
Sorry?
Hi Glennis.
Hi Glennis. And I'll probably do, you know, a bit of a quilting line through in a couple of places just to secure the center so that it hangs nice and flat. So that's how easy. It's a little bit fiddly, this one, but still get a beautiful result, and you can fill it with it whatever you like. Mine will probably have Ferrero Rochers and Lindt chocolates, Lindt balls in them, which is also quite nice. So that's how we get on with that one. And then you can, if you like, you can put a border around this. The other two matching fabrics that came with that one were this little snowflake, so contrasting little snowflake fabric. So we've got fat quarters of those and by the metre. and this one here, which is quite cute, which is the little, oops, upside down, the little Scandi deer and the birds.
Nancy Cook says it looks beautiful.
Hi, thanks, Nancy. Yes, it is lovely, isn't it? So those are two good fabrics that we go. So I'll probably put the snowflake one. Oh, actually, no, I was going to put this one here. So this one is a nice little stripe. I think this was called North Pole. So I reckon that one will look really nice as a striped binding on that one. What do you think? I think that will work. So I'll get that done later this week, and I will pop a picture up on our Facebook page so you can see that. The other style of advent calendar that we have is the one that has the foldable pockets in it. So this one here, which is the Stoff advent calendar. So this one is called Star Sprinkle this year. So beautiful traditional colours, lots of gold, lots of red, lots of green, as they do, with lots of gold accent. And I've made this one with quite a wide border. And it's a downloadable free pattern on this one. Oh, so I should mention that the Scandi one, the instructions are actually written on the panel. So you see the instructions written on the panel for that one. So this one here is one of the foldable versions of the advent calendar. And so that means that all of the fabric and the pockets are in one big piece, and we fold them up and press them in place and then stitch through the divisions here. Now, I also layered this one as a quilt and stitched through all the layers, so you don't have to do any quilting after you finish. And this one I've just stitched around the outside of that top square. I mean, you could come in and do some more quilting in there. It's up to you. But I like the snow on this one. So I'll show you on the other one we have how we get those pockets. Just put this one under here. So that's number 2. The number 3, the third advent calendar that we have is this cute one, which is a little bit more kid-friendly, a little bit modern. So this one's called Peppermint Candy. So this is Santa's Sweet Shop. So as you can see, it's one big long panel. So what we do is we start at the top, and it has little indicators on here to tell you where to fold. So we fold, and we can bring that pocket up, and then we grab our iron and we press that, and we come back in with some pins to keep it in place. So I would put one at each side. So I haven't trimmed this one yet because I like to wait until it's got all the pockets in place. And then the next one, fold. And then we would come back through and give that a press. And pin. And the third one, same again. And the fourth one, same again. So then we would press all those nice and flat, get our pockets. And once it's all pinned together, you can trim it down to the outside edge to square it all up. Then you can either add your borders, or you can lay it straight down on some fusible pellin or some non-fusible pellin. It's up to you which one you like to use. I use both for different reasons. This one I put iron-on pellin, and the other one that I showed you, the Scandi one, I just used normal pellin, the sew-in version, just to see the difference, and they pretty much act the same. So as I said, then you would sew up through your intersections, and in this one here I would probably just use a red thread, a bright red thread, or you could use any of the other colours just to make it highlight it. And then, as I said, I would layer it, and I would stitch in and around and up through and pop the binding on. Done. You could have done in a couple of hours. the fabrics that go with this one were this cute little peppermint candy diagonal stripe that goes with that one. We've also got a couple of little odd ones that would probably work with it too. This little lovely red and white one, and we've got one with stars on it that would work as well. So you can see the all of our Christmas fabrics on the website, or if you like anything that you've seen today, you can just give us a call. That's another bright one that would probably work. Something like that would also look nice on the back. Sometimes I put printed fabrics on the backs just to dress them up a bit, and then that could be turned around for the rest of the year and be just a little pin noteboard. Make it a dual purpose. Okay, so while we're in the fat quarter box, let's have a look at what else we've got here. So in the blue ranges, we have this one here, which is a salvia from Hoffman. So this one's like an ombre. It goes light to dark across the fabric. So you can either have dark snowflakes or light snowflakes, or if you get half a metre, you obviously get both sides of that one. We still have a few left of this snowflake, which was a Northcott one. And then we have this gorgeous Hampton stripe from Lisa Chandler. And while we're talking about Lisa Chandler, I will also mention the festive baskets pattern that just uses 2 fat quarters, and you can make these groovy little baskets that you can use on your Christmas table, or you can make them for Kris Kringle gifts. That one is a free download on the website, or just give us a call and I can send it to you. And so that one also looks great in non-Christmas fabric. So we've also made it up in this very cute little coffee fabric. So we've got coffee beans and coffee cups. And that, as I said, that one's just got some iron-on pellin in it, and 2 fat quarters will make 2 baskets. So we thank Lisa very much for making some free patterns that we can give away as well. Then we also have some just basic generic colours, with bright colours with greens and red and whites. This one is a Kimberbell one here. Nice little fabrics. There's the Macau ones, as I said. Some little green ones. And then we have quite a few of the more traditional colours. So there's a green and gold stripe that matched the red and gold one from the North Pole. And then we have these beautiful Stoff fabrics. So you might remember this little trees one from the Mini Trees table runner that we made last year. So we've still got a little bit of those. As you can see, there's lots of different designs there, lots of different reds and greens and creams and golds you can find. This is the Robert Kaufman one, the Holiday Flourish, which I'll show you on the Christmas tree in just a sec. And then some more over here. So this is one of the new, these are some of the newer Holiday Flourish ones. So there's cream, red, and the green that go with those, and that matches the little baubles, the Holiday Flourish baubles. Sorry, about tongue twister. And this gorgeous holly one with pine cones on it, which is really sweet, which I've used on the table runner that's behind the counter, and I'll grab that one in just a sec because that goes with this panel here. So this year we got Holiday Flourish in the Christmas tree. So we have the Christmas tree panel, and you can see what we've done with that one just over here. These upside down, of course. So that's the gorgeous Christmas tree panel. So slightly different because this was the 2020 version that I made the Christmas card hanger with, but I've redone the cover of the pattern so that it will reflect the new fabric. So we've got the Christmas tree panel that you can make into just a wall hanging, or you can do it as a multi-purpose thing, sew some fancy little paper clips on, and you can make it a Christmas card hanger, which is also really cute. And then we have these squares, for want of a better word, labels, large labels, squares, or placemat size panel. So you get 2 of each one in each panel. And what I've done with those is cut them out. I think they're going to make great placemats and a new table runner. So I've done this new table runner for us for Christmas. And just a very simple one. It's not finished yet, as you can see, but you can get the idea of it. So I've just put the squares on point and popped a little 1-inch border around with the nice bright red fabric, and then we've cut triangles out to go in between, so you get a beautiful table runner. How's that, Steve? Is that better? You can see there. So if your table is really long, you can make more squares, obviously. If your table is shorter, just do 3 or 2, or if you just wanted to do something for the center of the table. As I said, they're really quick and easy. I will pop a pattern up on the website later this week for those, but if you want the fabric and the pattern, just let me know and I can put that one in for you as well. So what I do with this is you cut quite a large square. I think it was 15 3/8 from memory, and then you cut that into 4 diagonally. So that makes sure that this edge here is straight of grain, so your table runner will be nice and flat. If we just use the center and use the cross grain on the outside, it would give us quite a wavy finish. So this one here, I'll probably put some iron on. I'll probably put the cotton wadding in this one because we'll be using it on the Christmas table, obviously, and we might have hot dishes to put on top of it. So you can also use it, if you put the cotton in, you can use it on the table for hot dishes. So this is just going to have it's not going to have a binding. I'm just going to do what the term that we call bagging it out. So I'm going to iron the wadding on the back here, and then I'm going to cut a piece of fabric for the backing, which is going to be sewn from the top. We leave a nice generous gap. We turn it all out, give it a press, top stitch it, and then sew in that opening. So that makes a nice, quick and easy table runner. You can also embellish it a little bit more by sewing some tassels on the end. You can go around and free motion quilt in your designs to give it a bit more dimension if you like. Endless possibilities. So I will probably be stitching in the ditch around or just next to the ditch around the squares, and depending on how much time I have before we need to use it, is to whether I do some free motion quilting around the squares. So I'll probably post some pictures on the progress of this one as well, so that you can see those if you want to make those along with me. Just going over to the Christmas tree. It's just waiting for its binding now. So yes, I'm going to sew some little fancy paper clips on there, so you can use it as a Christmas card hanger. You could also sew other baubles on there, so your normal baubles that you would hang on the Christmas tree, you could stitch them in place to make it more dimensional. As you can see, I've gone around with free motion quilting around the baubles, and that gives them a bit more dimension. And I've also done some double stitching around these beautiful swirls just to give some texture in the background. Probably will come through and do some straight lines or some wiggly lines through here just to flatten the background down a bit to make the tree stand out a bit more. But that's as far as we got this weekend. But I'm really loving the way that it looks nice and luxurious. Let me know what you think in the comments. This poor little reindeer. How's that? This little reindeer here is from Claire Turpin. It's part of a bundle that we've had put together for us by Claire. So it's called the Be Merry Big Book of Christmas. So in this bundle you get the patterns for Claire's Advent calendar, You get the patterns for the table runner and the cushions, and you also get obviously all the instructions and the paper templates, but you also get the quick cut kits for the 3 projects, which is the elf, the angel, and the reindeer, as you see. So all of these come already cut out, laser cut fabric that's already fused with Flicks. So all you need to do is snip them out of their little sections and peel off the paper and iron them on. How easy is that? You can then stitch around them. And the other pattern that you get is the Santa sack. So that's a great one for using up the elf and the angel. And you also get a pick and mix ruler in the pack as well. So then you can do the piecing for the trees in the advent calendar, and you can pop some trees in behind your reindeer if you like. And normally that, or if you were to buy all of those patterns individually, they would be $150, but we've got a few of them available on a special of $125. And just as a reminder, there are no background fabrics in there. Only in here is only the fabrics for the appliques, you see it. So you'll need some background fabric. And as you've seen, we've got plenty of those. So if you need anything, just let us know. Okay, while we've got that, the poinsettia table runner that is over to the right here is one that's made with the quick curve ruler. So we've still got kits that we can pop together of that. I think we're probably getting low on these 2 fabrics, but as you saw, I've still got lots of the pine cones, which we'll substitute in that one. Hey Michelle, how's it going up there in Townsville? And so we've still got the one with the holly on it as well. We've still got this one, but I think we're out of that one, but there is that other red one that goes with that. Now we'll pop in this red one instead probably, so that will look really good. So if you've got a QCR, that's a great project. It's also a free project, and I also have a little video that goes along with that I show, where I show you how to cut all that out. On the ironing board here, you can also see some of the suggestions for quick Christmas gifts that you can either give as gifts or you can make up to give as gifts. So we've got little doilies, little paper piece doilies, little pin cushions. And you'll find all these in an area on the website called, what do we call it? Kris Kringle, I think, or stocking stuffers. Things like this little lipstick container, which has not got lipstick in it. It's got some needles in it. So perfect for a quilter. Always need a needle on the go. You've got a few different sizes there. As you can see, some with really big eyes, some with little eyes. And that's a really cute gift for just $5 to give to someone who's a quilter. Sometimes quilters are very hard to buy for. We've got all these little ready-made pouches. These gorgeous thimble containers in gold or rainbow. Pop them on your table and put your bits and pieces in them. The Nikki Turvo mandala patterns are very popular. Great for a Kris Kringle, $10. You can give it as a gift or you can stitch it out for someone. So they are small and large ones. Large ones are $17.50. So there's 9 of each of those. Bob and Buddies are a great little gift. We've got a few pieces of the motor jewellery left. Our ever popular hummingbird needle threaders. If you happen to be in store, ask Steve to give you a demo. He's very adept at doing that now. And the other Nikki Turvo ones that we have are these cute little patterns for lots of different things. Pot holders, little bags, satchels, pin cushions, and they come with the design printed on fabric and the instructions, all for $10. So great little bargain those. Hello Kate, how are you going? I'm sure one of my sisters will put dibs on one of the advent calendars that I've shown you. We'll have to see which one pops up first. Before we go, I will just show you the Stitch Pink project pack that we have. So this gorgeous range of fabrics is called Leather, Lace and Amazing Grace from Kathy Holden for Moda. Kathy is a breast cancer survivor and has designed this fabric, and there's a rather large personal story attached to it. And Moda have chosen to highlight the range in their Stitch Pink projects for this year. So we have the little kits, and there's 4 projects in there that are really great to make for someone who is recovering from breast cancer. So you've got this lovely cushion that they can use as a support. There is a pattern for a seatbelt cover, so to give extra support on your seatbelt strap. A folio pattern to keep all your bits and pieces, all your documents in, all your scans or whatever when you're going to doctor's appointments and stuff. And a instructions to make a quilt as well, a quick quilt. So we've got those. And there is a, so the starter pack is the pattern and a bundle of fabrics. So there's 7 fabrics in the range. We also got layer cakes and some of it on those 7 fabrics on the bolt. So if you're interested in making a little gift for someone who's going through breast cancer, that's a great little project. Okay, so it's probably time to get sewing, get back to work. Take it easy, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.